So today we will do continuation of the previous part where we saw lungs, alveoli and exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So when the deoxygenated blood comes, how it gets purified in the lungs and it gets oxygenated and then back to heart. Now here when you breathe in, when you breathe out, how your lungs are, this is a diaphragm. How you read it? Diaphragm. Okay, so here diaphragm is going down, here diaphragm is going up. Okay, so I will first read full page and then I will explain you how it is working. When you breathe in, the intercostal muscles contract. These pull the rib cage upwards, so the chest increases in volume. Number 2, the diaphragm contracts. This makes it flatten out so the chest gets even larger. As the chest gets larger, internal air pressure in the lungs and the thoracic cavity becomes less than outside. Atmospheric pressure. This pressure difference forces air down the windpipe into the lungs, inflating them. Movement of air in and out of the lungs is called ventilation. When you breathe out, number 1, the intercostal muscles relax, which lowers the rib cage, chest decreases in volume. Number 2, the diaphragm relaxes and bulges upwards. This decreases the volume of chest even more. Because the chest has got smaller, air is forced out of the lungs. When the lungs are becoming small because of diaphragm pushing it up, or when diaphragm is relaxing, it is pushing upwards. So then the air from the lungs is pushed out. Okay. So here, how air changes in your lungs. This is gas. Like when you inhale or when you breathe in, gas with moisture or water vapor goes inside. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and water vapor. Okay. Amount of it in air you breathe in. So 21% is oxygen. Carbon dioxide is only 0.04%. Nitrogen is 79%. While there is little amount of water vapor. Amount of it in air you breathe out. So when it goes in, this is approximate percentage. Okay. And when it is going out, so what has happened? You have absorbed, if you see here it was 21, here it is 16. So you have absorbed 16 some oxygen and then liberated, like 5% is absorbed and rest all oxygen is also liberated, some amount of carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide is from the processes of your body which is liberated, so it is thrown out. So we give out more carbon dioxide than what we have inhaled. Okay. And then nitrogen, we don't use nitrogen, it is just present, and lots of water vapor. Okay, so you can remember when you wear specs or a goggle and you put a mask, or if you are drinking tea, coffee with your specs on, you can see lots of water vapor or on the specs. Or even when you are not drinking, you can see when you put mask on your glasses, there is lots of water vapor. That is the amount of water vapor being given out by our body constantly with every breathe out. Watch what happens in a bell jar when you pull the rubber sheet downwards. Okay, when you pull this rubber sheet, this is a glass jar, the balloons here will get to expand, and the moment you push it, the balloons will contract. Okay, so the air will go out of glass tube. Okay, this is a bell jar, this is a air space, and these are balloons. This is a rubber sheet. Watch what happened in the bell jar. Okay, now once you finish, you will be having questions. So here basic what happens is, when diaphragm is going down, air can come in because your lungs are expanding. Okay, expanding. Here when you say contract, contracting is this, okay, and other one is liberated or released, okay. So this movement of your lungs is constantly happening. Here you can see when the diaphragm is pushed up, air is also pushed out. Simultaneously, when the air fills in, your lungs expand like a balloon in size, like this. And when you push the diaphragm, they contract. Okay. Here it is saying lungs contraction. Here it is saying diaphragm contracts. Diaphragm is this red line. Okay. So first you read it multiple times and try to understand what it is said, because in science you will always get new words and they will have different meanings. So to understand them you have to read it multiple times, and if you don't remember you can just underline and write the meaning in your own words of the word. Okay.